frame operation. Here you can see the section whatever is available here is the frames, is about the frames. So let's work with it. So let me explain you what is the frame tool. Frame tools, guys, it is like a ready-made tool to build the frames by using the sketch profiles, and along with the plane. Just like a sweep tool, how we can do the sweep operation by selecting the process profile and also a path. Like the same way, it is like a ready-made tool to perform the any frame operations by using the frame tool. And it is also having some default sketches with standard dimensions along with the type of units. Also we have round type, rectangular cube, round bar and round tube. We have these 4 type of designs, and also we do have another type of frames. Also you can see this is the one type of frame. You are also available on different number of frames. These are the standard type of frames. If you well know about standard design, then you can understand, or else you can try on your own to know whatever it is. So you can also give, we have several types of frames: L shape, empty shape, I shape, round pipe, and it also has, you can select the square, and it also have a dimension inside it, so we can do the performance very easily, and we don't need to do the sweep operation again and again. It is very simple to work with the frames. That is the use of the frame tool, guys. And what you need to do is select the profile frame, or else you can also select from the other part studios. Like here is showing the sketch profile. See, by using the sketch profile you can perform the frame operation again. This possibility. And we need, after the selection of the frame, we need to select the width where should be the start. Like for example, I'm going to select this one, and see the frame is visible, and you can also rotate it according to your direction if you want. Okay, it's totally this. And we have the default corner types of emitter, but copied, but none. And the con overrides is basically used for there to override the end connection and to elongate how much you want. I will show you what to work with, but we can't work with the standard sketches here because we are practicing it. So for that we need to draw some example sketch in other part studio, so it will be easy for you to make the frames. Okay, for that you just create another sketch, or else let's get into an existing sketch here and create one more sketch right there and select that one. Let me show you how does it to do that. So let's jump to the existing sketch for example in sketch 1, and I'm going to hide sketch 1, and what I need is a tube. Actually we are going to, when we are manufacturing the roll gauge, mostly we use the mild steel tube, so it can able to resist, it should be more stronger, and also it is a rule to work with the mild steel pipes or tubes to work with that. Okay, I think we must call it that pipes only. So just come in here and create a new sketch of pipe with the required dimension as per you want. I'm going to give, we performed there about 100, right? So it should be 10, at least 10 mm. I think that results, and do the offset operation and give the inside radius to, let's give 1.5 mm, and click on OK. Now we create the second sketch. So let's come into the second sketch again where the roll gauge we drawn. Now we need to select the frame tool, come to the sketch profiles, go to the current document, and the sketch one itself you can see the sketch 2. I got select the sketch 2 and need to sell the sections this one, but it is too much big. So what we need to do is let's fix this one. So then you can check whether the diameter is enough or not. Let's edit the dimension again. I'm going to skip this one. You can do the editing, how to edit the code. Okay, so we are finally get here, guys. Okay, now what we need to do is edit the frame tool, frame operation what you have framed. Now just going to set the frames, set the selections, how it should be connected. And if you can see, I explained about the corner, default corner type. It should be copped bar, because guys, when you are going to work with the manufacturing process, we are going to do these things only. That's why I'm going to sell the copped bar. Even you can also perform this, but that is not a good approach. Okay, and I'm going to sell this one again, and see here when it comes to here, it is not copped like that. So for that we need to sell the corner overrides. So when you click on the corner overrides, it asks what type of code but it should be, and also asks the direction. For that you just need to select the direction, and it should be done over like this. And also I want this one, and I want to change the direction to upside. So finally click on OK, and here you can see it is exactly got framed how the manufacturing process has to be done, like that. Okay, like that we are going to do to the all lines what we are using in the frame operations. I will show you every bit line. Hey guys, let's continue our building of RollCage using the frames from Onshape Cad Software. Okay, I already teach you how to design, how to be design this sketch model. Now we need to work with the frames. As for the practice, I already added some frames using the frame tools for the RollCage. So now I'm going to show you the other frames, how to add and how to give get the correct cuts for the pipes. Okay, so I need to select the frame tool again, and I need the sketch profile. So I am using the what I had drawn in the last one, sketch 2, right? And need the selections. So for that I click on the selections, and we need the bender pipe also, guys. So just select it, and the pipe will form accordingly. And we did this when you work with the new frames tools, it always creates the new frame parts, so it will not mix with the other ones. Okay, we need to this like this here also, right? Just add where we want. Okay guys, it should be the frame will work only when it should be connected in middle. The inside loops will not work with the frame tools. It will say over existing or something error. So let's work with this frames now. And here we see, let's come to the base. It is having the default corner as meter, but we want the copped butt. So for that, click on copped butt, and we will get the copped butt. But here we need to be like this copped butt corner. So for that, click on corner override, select the vertex, and change the direction. So like this you can perform it, and that's all the connection we have for this now. And now click on OK. So the another one is here we can see it is overcoming inside the pipe. We don't want this extra material. Even the welding also we need only this this type of cut of the pipe, so it can easily able to weld it. So for that guys, we need to work with the another tool called, here you can see, frame trim. So click on the tool. First frame trim is used to trim the extra added material of the frames which we don't want. So for that we need to select, we don't want this inside the blue pipe, right? So for that we need to select the which pipe you want to be cutted. Okay, click on it, and from which part you want to cut that pipe, and that is this one. So or else let's select this one. Okay, see here when you click on this, it will already show the cutting edges, but we need to change the direction. First we need to select the from which part we want to group, is asking the face groups, and next we need to select the pipe. See, when I click on the pipe which I want to cut, it got trimmed inside this. You can even can't able to see that because it is trimmed according to the shape of the pipe it is connected. Even you can add multiple pipes also guys. How you can do this? If you can click on this drag drop down button, you can add parts inside it. As for example, here we add the parts, and I want to cut from this part also. So it get trimmed according to the faces it joined. Okay, and now we done for this, but I want to work with this pipe also. For that we need to select the group, so that is this one, and inside this we need to select the which pipe you want, as I mentioned before. So click on this pipe, and it got trimmed exactly what I said before. Now click OK. Now you can see it got trimmed. If you still have a confusion, let me hide this pipe. See, the part got trimmed according to the shape. So now it is able to now you can able to weld these pipes easily to one another. So like the same we have to do work with here also. Let me explain you again. Click on the trim tool and click on the groups of frame and click on what pipe you want to get trimmed. So we got click, and now we need to drop down this part, drop down these options, and we need to select the other types also, because it is we need to make sure how in which parts is get intersected the other pipes. Okay, now I need to sell this one, and I need to sell this another pipe also. So for both pipes it will work accordingly. See, now it happened. In this way you can do the frame operations accordingly. Now I am going to do the every frame accordingly, and I am skipping this part. If you might understand, let's do it. Okay guys, and another point guys, you must make sure observe the rollcage feed here, how the pipes are connected. If you will connect the pipes according to your wish, it will when you work with go to the manufacturing, you may get the defaults and the breakdown of RollCage will you can observe it. So for that, just observe it. It is saying that this part is formed now, and later we need to form this back side frame. Okay, for that let's select this frame tool again. Let's complete this frame. Click on the edges. Again, select the sketch what we need. Okay. Now, or else if you are getting bored or irritated to select the whole edges, just simply deselect one and simply select the face. So the frame will automatically form according to it. But we already added the frame here, so we don't need to add another frame. So that's why I'm going to select the edges accordingly. Okay guys. Okay, click the edge, and that's all. All get connected. Now we need to connect the pipe here. But you can see here the pipe is somewhat less distance. So for that we need to increase the pipe. To increase the pipe length, you can do the extrude operation also, but we don't need to do actually. So for that work we have one thing called just edit this frame, and you can see limit of frame ends. Click on that one. So it is asking which frame ends you want to be ended. So assuming so don't matter about that guys. If you want to increase the length of the pipe, you can also perform the other operations or else just edit this frame. So for that we need to increase these gaps, right guys? You can also see it, how it gets joined. Like this you have to work with here. Or else you can see the difference in how it's got connected. So this is the whole pipe. That's why I got like this guys. As for example, click the face and do an extrude operation. Click on end and made with this pipe. So it is actually working. So here how much length we want. If 1 mm is enough, so 1 mm is getting enough guys. So add on both sides. For both sides just use thickness tool. Delete extrude and add thickness, and done. Now we can perform the frame trim operation. Again, click on the frame which you want to get shape, and click on the other frames. these both screen side to get the shape accordingly, and we need to select these two also, so it can get trimmed exactly. So we can return the trim operation. And the basic point, guys, we must know how to connect the pipes. That is also very important. You can see it looks like very smooth the joints, and that type of connection itself. So like that only we have to work with. You can't get connected because if you have a good joints, then it should be very good for doing when do the manufacturing or or at working of roll gauge. So we need to set the sketch again. I'm going to skip this part, guys, because we don't want it here. So guys, after skipping, finally we done designing the roll gauge using the frame tools in Onshape Cad Software. This is the how we get done, and you can also see, guys, the number of parts are formed. That means each and every joint is a single entity here, so it acts like a single part. Let me drag into this assembly, then you can understand how many parts we have. Or else you can see we have 32 pipes. So these are all our individual pipes we need to connect. You can also, while you did drum, you can also do the bowling operation also, but bowling it cannot trim, but frames we need to trim the parts. So that's why like this. So in this way you can model your roll gauge design and perform the pipe operations, and you can also get the groove cuttings in what way you want to do by just working with the CAD software. I think mostly SolidWorks is going to use for roll gauge designs. In my coming to my working design, we designed this roll gauge in SolidWorks CAD software, but the time it's not available. I don't even know about Onshape, so recently I got to know about this. Okay, so this is what we have done finally. Now if you want, you can bowling this, or else if you want, you can also do, the composite bar. Let me click on the bowling. It will say some errors, I think. If it's not showing any errors, go click on it, then hold roll gauge design is ready. That means we got welded. Or else now we can do the fillet operations to it, just like how the welding part looks like. Why I don't even know why sometimes we need to increase the pipe, I think. Yes, stop welding here and do welding here. We should also know how much welding we are going to apply to this. That is also important when you're working with the manufacturing guys. Okay, so you can give gate edges and get the fluid options here. In this way you can perform anything, any weld operations, or else you can simply left like this. I'm just showing whether this filleting is working or not. in this way you're going to fillet the parts each other using arc welding or else gas welding. I think those are the two options we have worked with. Okay, and so that's all our today's topics, guys. I hope you might understand how to work with the frames, and I only explained about the shapes of the frames and trimming. I didn't explain the other three tools, right? So the upcoming tutorials I will explain the other three tools also on working with this RollCage design only. Then it should be very effective understanding for you and for explaining for me also, guys. That's all about today's topic. If you really like it, please do like, share and subscribe our channel, guys. And don't mind that it's a long video. Okay, so just watch it and learn the Onshape Cad software. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day and thanks for watching. And subscribe ChandraAwesome.